What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Code Talk. Today we're going to break down the sickness, wellness, fitness continuum. I've done this a couple times in the past, but I feel like I need to revamp it up for a lot of the new members and just to bring back perspective of overall health and fitness. If you are a short person video, exit out. This ain't for you. I'm not trying to make this as short and sweet as possible. I want to make sure you guys get the education and the knowledge you guys need to make choices to continue your health and fitness. If you know everything, this video is for you. If you don't have time, this video is for you. So you can listen to it in chips or in sections, up to you on that one, or you can listen through it all. Does not matter, but I want you guys to have this knowledge if you want it and need it for your endeavors moving forward, health and fitness wise. So how this graph works is sickness is at the bottom. This is your most unhealthy way of life. Wellness is if you go to the doctor's office, your doctor is trying to get you well, you're doing good. And then fitness is the fittest people in the entire world. No matter what sort of health measurement you want to go after, you're somewhere on this spectrum. They're pretty darn close. Good blood pressure, you're probably running about an 8-minute, 7-minute mile. Okay, bad blood pressure, you're probably running a 20-minute mile and here. Okay, so they all kind of go together. If you have a 300-pound deadlift, you're probably over here. If you can barely stand up, you're probably over here. See how that works? So that's where you can take any of these metrics. Most of the time, you're gonna be in a good spot or know where you're at on that continuum. Very rarely is it off the charts or different. So 3 things we're gonna look at overall health and fitness wise today: sleep, nutrition, and then workout regimen. So in all of those, if you're here in the sickest state, you're sleeping 1 to 3 hours a night, your nutrition is crap. Okay, processed food, sugary stuff, not just sometimes, but every single day, all the time, and you're working out 0 times. If you're well, 5 to 7 hours of sleep a night, probably not very good. You're probably up and down, peeing, whatever it looks like, just not good sleep. Good overall nutrition, that being, hey, how's your diet? It's pretty good. I don't know what that means, but that's most people, wellness, that's their answer. And then you're working out 3 to 4 times a week. The fittest of the fit, they're recovering 8 to 10 hours a day of sleep, that being other things, massage, chiropractic, different things that way to keep their body recovered. They know macros like the inside of their hand, and then they're working out 6 to 7 times plus a week is what you're looking at there. So those are your spectrums. Is that perfect? No, but I'm giving broad answer to all this. And so sleep, nutrition, workout, in that order, they are the most important. Sleep is the most important, nutrition is the second, and then workout is the third. A lot of people have these out of order. They want to work out first, maybe sleep second, nutrition third. This is the order, okay, that they should be in. Sleep, 7 to 8 hours is what most people are shooting for. Okay, you have to make time to sleep. If you're not making time to not sleep, this is not a priority for you, move on. Okay, if you don't want to give yourself time to better it, you got to move past it. Don't waste time on it unless you're going to give yourself the opportunity to actually enhance your sleep and what that looks like for you. I promise you it will pay off dividends. It bleeds into all these things, which I'll get into. Gadget, get you some sort of gadget to track your sleep. I use the Whoop. You can definitely Whoop it up. Apple, I think the Apple Watch does some sort of sleep. I don't know how you track your sleep when you're not wearing it, if you're charging it. So the Whoop was one thing that I actually use most on, is for sleep and recovering, what that looks like. It breaks down your deep sleep, REM sleep, how much time you spend in bed, how much time you're awake, what that total time looks like, and it gives you a 0 to 100% score based on how much sleep you needed previous day's workout strain. So if I worked out, if I moved a ton, I require more sleep. It's going to tell me what my percentage was of that sleep to get to 100% sleep recovery. So always, I would say, get you some sort of gadget to track that stuff. Third thing is accountability. Be accountable to whatever you get or whatever's keeping you or giving you that knowledge. Accountability is another piece of it. It'll tell me when to go to bed, when I should be waking up, what that stuff looks like. By all means, listen to it. If you're not going to listen to it, it ain't worth it. Don't get any sort of gadget if you're not going to listen to it. The part is the accountability piece of it. That's what I choose to do, or I choose to use personally. You can do that if you want any questions on the Whoop. Go for it. We do have a gym discount on it. That's only if you need it. So that is kind of the sleep portion of things. Some people might be able to underestimate or go with like 6 hours of sleep and be in a good spot. Some people, 10 hours is their thing, feeling good. Now everyone's a little bit different. Nutritionally, same concept. Whole foods is what I wrote up there. No matter if you're doing macros, you're doing keto, paleo, intermittent fasting, Whole30, any of those things, you're probably eating whole foods or should be eating whole foods for the most part. You're cutting down on processed foods, you're cutting down on sugary stuff. There's not one of those you're like, hey, this one allows me lots of sugary foods. Doesn't exist. If it does, please let me know. I have a lot of clients that would want to do that. Eat to work out, do not work out to eat. Okay, I'll repeat that. Eat to work out, do not work out to eat. Do not put workout first and nutrition second. I consume my food for my body. One, to make sure that I'm taking care of what I've been gifted with. Number two, that I'm putting in food that is going to help me with the workouts and the things I want to do in life. And three, I just want to respect my body in that fashion. So make sure you guys are eating that way. That's a huge mental barrier for a lot of people. That is the concept to it. Number two, there is no good food or bad food. There's food that gets you to your goals, and there's food that takes you further away from your goals. Pizza is not bad. Okay, pizza is great depending on what your goal is. Okay, I can eat a crap ton of pizza if my goal is to be in the sickness continuum, right down here. Not that it's bad. If that's my goal, eating lots of pizza is actually really good for you then. If my goal is to be sleeping 8 to 10 hours, knowing my macros, having the 6 to 7 times, eating one pizza every so often is probably doable. Again, it all depends on your goal. So there is no good food, bad food type stuff. There are foods that push you to your goal and take you away from your goal. Easy as that. Very, very simple. And then eat for your goals. Do not, just like I was saying, do not expect to have a six-pack and working out beautifully 7 times, but eating like you're sick. They do not work together. It does not mesh together. You cannot out-train a bad diet. 100%. That's, everyone knows that. I'm telling you to confirm that one. You cannot do that. So make sure you're eating for your goals. If I'm looking to go here, I'm knowing what my macros are. I know how to track fats, proteins, carbohydrates. I know what percentages of those are. Like it's super in depth. If I'm the fittest of the fit. If I'm well, I might know like protein, and I might know what like processed foods are and that I probably should eat them, but I like them anyway, so I eat them. That's the wellness, and sickness is like, give me everything, I don't care. Approach that. So eat for your goals, know where you're shooting at. So many members want to be here in this range, but they want to eat here. Does not work that way. Again, they bleed into what y'all go into. Workout 4 to 5 times a week. Intensity wise, if you're showing up 1 time a week, it does not matter your intensity. You are trying to move as much as you possibly can because you have 1 hour out of however many hours you're in a week to work out. So you are just trying to move and move as much as you possibly can. You don't know when you're going to work out again. That type of mentality. Intensity wise, if you're coming in 6 to 7 times a week, you better know what you're doing. If you're working at high intensity for 7 times a week constantly, that recovery piece is huge. You cannot do that without just breaking down if you're not doing the other two correctly. So make sure intensity is key. If you're doing 3 to 4 times, listen to your body. Again, that's why I do personally, is to kind of give me a feel of where I am at. Yes, I know my body, but it gives me that like, hey, let's push it a little bit today, or Cody, let's take off the brakes a little bit. Either recovery day, active recovery day, or slow this workout down. Don't make it too much for the body. Give myself a little bit more chance to recover optimally. Amount of working out depends on what your goals are. Same thing is, if I'm trying to continue and maintain my 50% body fat, work out 0 times. If I'm looking to have a 6-pack, 10% to 15% body fat, 6 to 7 times a week is what I'm looking for. I'm doing it based on what part of the continuum I'm trying to get to. And then quality, knowing how to work out. Just doing intense workouts all the time does not give you longevity and health. Knowing how to back off, work on some stuff, push when I can, that is key. So quality of working out is key in that one as well, knowing how to recover. So here's my example. If I'm working out 6 times a week, I'm eating crappy, and I'm not getting enough sleep, you're most likely going to get hurt at some point in time. Okay, if you are hurt, okay, because of my workout regimen and not wanting to eat or sleep correctly, I then am not going to sleep more because I'm hurt. Okay, if you've ever had a shoulder injury or something, it's uncomfortable to sleep. probably some crappy sleeping going on. If I'm not sleeping very well, I don't want to eat chicken breast, broccoli, and rice. Give me the 5 pizzas, please. And if I'm eating 5 pizzas, probably not going to the gym. It bleeds into it. Okay, just because I focus on working out and not my nutrition and my sleep as well. Same thing goes with sleep. If I'm not sleeping right, I'm probably not eating right, and I'm probably not working out fully. Now, I can continue to push my body to the limits with not doing the other 2, but longevity-wise, something's got to give. So that's where they beautifully come to rest now. And so when I'm looking at this board, number 1, evaluate where you're at. Where am I at on this board? And be super honest. Okay, I eat so crappy. I'm like right here. I'm not like down here, but maybe here. My sleep, whatever. Okay, and my working out 4 to 5 times. So I might be here and working out 6 to 7 times. Again, they don't all full-fledged. Like if I'm doing really crappy, it's going to negate all the other stuff. So I might be in that spot right there. Now ask yourself, where do I want to be by 2021 or the end of 2021? I want to be sitting right here. Okay, that means you're probably getting somewhere between 7 to 8 hours. Okay, your nutrition, you're probably starting to learn what macros are. You're starting to learn what or what's reduced from a processed sugar, processed carbohydrate way. You're moving in there, and workouts are probably again staying with that 5 to 6 times, maybe a little more quality. Okay, that's where we want. Now, do I go from here to here really quickly? No. That's over a year span, if not more. And so that's where I make those little changes to get you closer to the spectrum. At some point in time, gravity will win. If I'm over here at the age of 60, I have a long way to go to be in this sickness realm. I'm living a good, healthy life. Now, if I'm 70 years old and I'm over here, okay, I'm probably going to negate, and my way of life is probably going to get poor and poor and poor each and every year as I go, if I don't enhance it or try and do something about it. So that hopefully gives you kind of a spectrum of where you're at personally, what to do, how you need to it, how these 3 things coexist together so nicely. Now, if you're like, hey, I don't know, most people just bash these because they have no knowledge. They've never actually focused or given themselves an opportunity to work on their sleep. I promise you, this is number 1 for a reason, and it's going to put you in a place you've never been before, health and fitness wise. Nutritionally, if you've never given time on nutrition, or you've always been completely just mad at where you're at and you cannot figure it out, nutrition probably has something to do with it, way more than your workout regimen. And workout regimen wise, being very intelligent for how you're working out long term. Am I constantly hurt? Am I actually giving myself more energy than negating? Okay, things like that. That's where it's going to go into that, having knowledge of that, how they all just intermingle so beautifully. So if you have questions in this stuff, you want to sit down and talk about your goals individually and what habits you can shift to making these changes from sickness to fitness, by all means, let's do it. I would love to sit down with members and chat a little bit. So other than that, have a great time. If you're still with me, excellent stuff. If not, it's okay. This does come out after a couple of years. This is like a 5 to 10 year approach. This is the rest of your life type of approach. So small little changes is the key, nothing extreme. 30-day fixes, all that kind of stuff, that does not work, or I would have had you guys doing that a long time ago. I promise you, it ain't it. So have a good day, enjoy your Sunday, and I will see you guys tomorrow.